I need to speak to my wife. Can we get her on the call? No. Okay, what concerns would she have? Now, if you want to try one other thing that's different than that is just, okay, that's great. You're going to speak to your wife later on. That's awesome. Then we'll circle back. So if your wife is on board with the funding, what concerns would you might have about the funding? So right away, I'm going to go to their credit score. Okay. You want monthly payments? Okay, that's awesome. I have no problem getting you monthly payments. What is your credit score, sir? Now, what are they going to say?
582.
Like today,
582. Okay, so what I would say is this. And we'll get to that one after when they're higher. But okay, so with your credit rating, I want to get you the best things possible. Okay, with a 580 score, it doesn't matter what it is. You're not going to get approved for something conventional or for a term loan or SBA. Nothing. But here's what I will do: is I will work with you hand in hand to get you the best product we can offer you and build up your credit file to get there. So we keep going past that. So let's say the credit score is 500. So what's bringing your credit score down?
I was divorced about 8 months ago, and my wife killed my credit.
Ah, jeez.
Ran up all my credit cards and killed me.
Did you take half?
She took everything. Not me, by the way.
Yeah. This is just for the story. Okay.
I'm one of the lucky ones.
So you're going to go into that going, okay, so I'm assuming that the utilizations, pay attention, because if you want to sound like pros, this is how you close deals, right? Okay. So right away, when their credit score is low, what's bringing your credit score down? Is it utilizations? Is it inquiries? Is it late payments? I guarantee you 99% of you, when they say they have a low credit, even if you get to this point of like, let's find, we can't qualify you for conventional, no one gets to this point. And I close deals by just getting to this point because I sound like an expert, right? I sound like I know exactly what I'm talking about because I've done it a lot of times. So what's bringing your score down? Utilizations. What are utilizations? Utilizations are you have credit cards and you have high balances, okay? So you have a 20K Amex and your balance that you own it right now is 19,000, okay? So your utilizations are high. This is great news because as soon as the utilizations come down, your credit score will go up. And then we can get you something better. What do you need the capital for? Then they're going to tell you. They're going to say, I need it for payroll, for working capital, for expansion. And these are things that are time sensitive. So when you say that, then you can kind of qualify them for getting them an MCA because people aren't going to take this money unless they need it. Would you take 50% money if you didn't need it? No, there's a situation for it. So that's that right out of the gate. I want you to hit me back with that, with the monthly now. My conversation sounded like in the beginning. I was desperate, I had commission breath, and I didn't really know what I was talking about. So that right there is going to be the difference. So right away, I want monthly payments. Excuse me, I'm sorry. I want monthly payments, and let's kind of look over that. Like, what is it when they want monthly payments? They want conventional terms. Right. Not only do they want monthly payments.
They want 3 years.
They want 3 to 5 years.
And they want a low rate.
They want a low rate, okay? So we need to educate them on if they can qualify. And you're going to find there are people that qualify. So let's go to the other end now. So what's your credit score? And you tell me something high. So okay.
720.
Your score is 720.
Correct.
Okay, beautiful. So is 2024 taxes filed or on extension?
On extension.
Okay. And how about 2023? Were they filed? Beautiful. Yeah. What was gross top line revenue for 23? You don't got to give me exact numbers, but roughly.
Around 500K.
Okay. And what about bottom line net?
Bottom line net around 150K.
Okay, so the business was profitable. Okay, yeah. Solid. Okay, and the score's around 720?
Correct.
Okay, so here's what I want to do to go to next steps. Because based off what you're telling me, you do qualify for something conventional. What was your email?
dr@qualifier.co.
Boom. Okay, you should see an email right now from dr@qualifier.co or go ahead and just send me back your tax returns. Let me just take a look and price something out. Now, if you get to that point, get someone to help you if you don't know what you're looking at. But right then and there, that person could qualify for something conventional. And the rips on those are crazy. I don't know, I'm sure you guys do SBAs and term loans, right? Yeah. The rips on those are nuts. $500,000 that are like solid, 4% is 20,000, right? So you want to get those too. Don't kick them out of bed because if you don't know what you're talking about to them, okay, man, I was wondering what that was. If you don't know what you're talking about, they're going to go to the next person that does know what they're talking about. They're going to shop and shop until they get the best thing possible. Okay. Right. So usually when that happens, a few things are happening. What I'm going to say to the business owner right away, like, listen, we can get you something quickly to pay down those utilizations. It's going to be 50% money, right? But if it actually makes sense for you, then that's something that we could do. Get you the credit card. Your utilizations come down, get you the score, and now go for something conventional. So just educate them. No one's educating them. So if they have a 720 score, like a flashing light should go off in your head. Let me see if I can qualify them for something big, because it's going to be cool. I mean, it is for me. You know what I'm saying? I think for you guys. Okay, let's cover not interested. Do you guys hear this a lot?
Yeah.
All the time. You're hearing not interested, I'm getting 1,000 calls a day, right?
Correct.
Okay, so when you hear not interested, the first thing that I say to that is, listen, I understand you were probably working with a broker that was charging insane rates, middleman fees, insane paybacks. I'm looking to price something out for you directly wholesale from us. I just want the opportunity to do that, and that should usually turn them. And if you really right away go into qualifying them, because you're not trying to just straight pitch them and just pitch them and get the script out. You want to qualify them. Okay, so ring, 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 ring. Hello, someone say hello.
Hello.
Hey, it looks like you guys were submitted some financing options for the business.
Yeah.
Okay, so what exactly was the situation? What were you looking to accomplish? Notice I'm not saying how much do you need. If you say how much do you need, that's like taking your kid to Best Buy, I'm saying what can you use the capital for? So how much were you looking to get and what were you looking to accomplish?
Like 30K.
30K.
And I wanted to seat more people.
You wanted to see more people?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
I wanted to renovate my restaurant.
Okay, so we're doing renovations, which is going to add revenue to our business.
Yeah.
Okay, great. So when do you need the capital by?
Next Friday.
Okay, so you need the capital by, did you say by Friday?
Next Friday.
Okay, so we need it urgently.
Yes, sir.
Okay, did everyone pick up what I got off that 10 seconds of that call? I got what he's looking for, his urgency, and his credit score, okay? So if I didn't get those things, I could be shooting in the dark. I could come back with the best approval, and when I call him, the pen, it's killing me. You could call him with the 30K approval, and he goes, I don't really need it right now. There's no urgency. But if you need something for payroll, for operating expenses, for working capital, these are things where people need the money, and they need to decide, do they qualify for something better, and can they wait? And if they can't wait, they need to take an MCA, And you want to come off as the trusted advisor. You're saying, listen, I'm looking to become your business finance partner. I'm looking to get you this now. Let's find out what is bringing your credit score down. And then we'll work to build it up. And this is real. Like I have merchants, Steve will tell you, when I used to work here, I've got merchants that came to us first, stacked to death. And we got him in line for an SBA because we pay down his utilizations and now he's going for something better. Does this make sense? Everybody?
Yes.
Good? So you want to qualify. You don't want to just call them and give your pitch because everybody's doing that. And you're going to lose deals. It's going to be a numbers game where you have to dial 300 people a day to bring in apps. Does anyone want to do that?
No.
No. We want to be surgical. What were you looking to accomplish with the capital? Right?
I've been hearing a lot, specifically over the last couple of weeks, of people saying, everybody tells me they're brokers. That's what everybody says.
How would I rebuttal that? Listen, I'm not 100% sure who's been calling you, but I work directly with the business owner. We have 9 different funding programs. I don't really know who reached out to you, but I like to work directly with the business owner because I want them to pay us back. I don't want to add taxes and middleman fees and make it exorbitant where they can't pay it back and there's a default. I want to work with you directly. Why go through the middleman? Anyway, so what was the capital for? Do you see how I go right back in? Yeah. I don't let it phase me. I don't go, yeah, but I am a direct lender. I am, just trust me. Because they hear that and they're going to smell that, And it really to keep in mind the detach. We're only going to do like 10 or 15 minutes here, guys, but I want to get across to you to be detached when you're calling. Like I want you all to sound like you're in a 3-piece suit at the top of a New York, Manhattan office building. Because let's be honest, we're, younger. Some of you guys are kids. And then these are high ego individuals. These are business owners that are like the top of the line in their business. People report to them. And then you're calling a 16-year-old or whatever and saying, yo, how much do you have in your bank account? Right? So you want to come off like professional. I need to speak to my wife. Do we get that?
Yes.
Yeah, sometimes.
Okay, at closing. Right?
Correct, yeah.
So we want to learn to pre-handle. I'm just speed running these guys. If you have questions, say them. But we want to pre-handle the objection of the spouse. So as we're pricing this out, is there somebody else that that works with you in terms of the business decisions that's going to help us maybe decide what we're going to do here? Then they're going to say it's a spouse, then we know right away to try to get them on. Usually they're asking for they're not asking for permission. It's up to them to make the decision, but they're trying to smoke you out and try to get past a real objection. So, okay, I only want to speak to my wife. Great, no problem. Is your wife available for a phone call? Most likely they're going to say no, but you're going to try to get them on the phone anyway, okay? And then when they say no, you're going to say, okay, so I'm going to put together some things to price out. What are some concerns your wife might have with the product? Did you guys notice the tonality, right? Who wanted to learn about tonality? You, okay. So this is like advanced, but it sounds advanced, but it's really not. You guys do this in your natural day-to-day life. This is how when I open a phone call and I use a pattern interrupt and I go, hey, I'm looking for a little bit of help. Who's not going to answer that and be like, yeah, what do you need help with? Okay? Does this make sense to you guys, like the tonality? Or tell me if I'm going too fast.
Fine.
Good? Okay. So I'm using the tonality of what concerns would your wife possibly have? Because now it takes the pressure off. This guy has his armor up. He's in sales resistance. He's thinking, I don't want this because of the rate of the term or whatever, and I don't want to tell the salesman. You know, what's your name?
Matt.
Matt, I don't want to tell Matt. I just want to, it's human psychology. I want to get off the phone. I don't want to have to say I don't have enough money. I don't want to afford it. Let me just give him some. So they're going to say, I need to speak to my wife. Can we get her on the call? No. Okay, what concerns would she have? Now, if you want to try one other thing that's different than that is just, okay, that's great. You're going to speak to your wife later on. That's awesome. Then we'll circle back. So if your wife is on board with the funding, what concerns would you might have about the funding? And now it's a conversation. You're smoking out the actual objection. Because it's only a few things. It's rate or it's term or it's dollar amount. When is it ever anything else? It's someone else has a better approval. They don't want to pay it. They're being shopped to death. They're getting calls at 1,000 calls a second. So why don't someone hit me with the, I'm going to hit someone with the spouse objection. Listen, I need to speak to my wife about this before I move forward.
Okay, what are you gonna speak to her about? Like, what concerns you?
There you go. See, that was good. You're going right past it, not just, okay, well, what do you need? What time can you speak to your wife? You're getting to the actual concern. But we want to do it a little bit less low-key. It's driving me crazy. But you want to do it a little less low-key. So, okay, great. So you're going to speak to your wife. Nice. Disarm, pressure comes off. So what are kind of concerns your wife might have about this? Does that make sense? It's a little bit different because these people are getting 100 calls a day. They might have a good credit score, but their CPA filed their taxes for them to pay as least amount of money as possible, which doesn't really work for funding. So we go into that. We look at the tax returns. We look at, the credit rating. Again, back to the utilizations. We're doing a full discovery to come off as an actual expert. When you sound like an expert, people want to give you their business. Like I've got people that are calling me like refinance deals. I think I just posted about it on Instagram. We're like, I'm not even dialing the last couple of days. And the guy just calls me and says, yo, I need another like 70K. Now, if you want that book of business, you have to do right by him.
How do you sell yourself exactly? I know you said you're sounding expert, but what is another way other than just sounding like an expert?
So a lot of it is going to be tonality. Right off rip. Tonality is gonna sell yourself. So when you're speaking to them, I think I even have videos of this, but like when you're speaking to them and you believe in your product, there's not a question they can't ask you, you have a confidence. Like if we're really gonna go deep into it, do you see how now like I'm talking in a downward like angle, I'm going in a downward angle, versus like when I first started dialing, hey, you were looking for funding? I think you were looking for 20K, what did you need the capital for? So like your tonality really makes a difference. I don't know if that's coming off.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? You just like you're talking to like a friend or like someone that you know the situation of.
Okay, so that makes sense. Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Anybody else?
Versus talking to somebody you just met or somebody for an interview or something like that, you kind of your tone, your nerve is kind of kicking in.
Exactly. Exactly. If you know your product 100%, you'll have no worries.
Yeah.
Exactly. I mean, if what's like one of your hobbies?
Working out.
Working out. Okay, so going to the gym. If someone that you didn't know was just talking to you about going to the gym, you would how would you sound about it? Like, hey man, how many reps should I do for bench press?
Yeah, you will know what to talk about. You'll be excited of it because it's something you know.
Right, exactly. I think that's pretty much it. I want to do 2 minutes here with the meta glasses, and I'll put it on my Instagram of someone who wants to be on this. Who wants to be in this? Okay, hang on.
Do I have to do anything?
Yeah, I want you to call me, and I'm the merchant.
Just check my emails. I can see the link that I sent over last Friday was never viewed. Just touching base. Where's the disconnect?
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I was going to do the application, but I wasn't quite sure. A lot of these are kind of like high interest, terms, and I don't really want that for my business.
What's high interest to you? The link was never viewed. You didn't see my offer. I'd love to get this back in your inbox.
Okay.
I have everything I need. Have you taken funding in August, or am I good to price it the same I did before?
I haven't taken anything in August.
Okay. Yeah. No, I got everything here. Let me just confirm what I have on this file is good. True. EIN, SSN, blah blah blah. How much are you looking to get done this time? If underwriting comes at 10,000 short, I'll make a push, get it done.
I would say 20K.
20K? That's within reach, okay.
Dude, your detachment is so good. I mean, you could give a, I gotta cut this, but you could give a, if the guy gets funded. That's gonna win you deals. Forget everything I just said, but just being detached, okay? If someone tells you the rate's too high, okay. The fees are 10%, okay. I mean, I'm not gonna take my pants down right away for a guy that's shopping with 10 people. So the detachment, how he is in his style, there's different types of salespeople, but his style really will, he just sounds like a smart guy. He doesn't sound like he's waiting to pay his rent with my commission. Okay, who's next? We'll do one more. Let's go. Ring, ring, ring. Hello?
Hi there, this is Diogo here at Qualifier. I'm looking over your file right now. I saw you were looking to secure funds. How much were you looking to accomplish?
25, 30,000.
25, 30,000. What were you looking to do with this money?
I was actually going to use it to cover for payroll.
Okay, and when do you need it by exactly?
Dude, payroll is, yesterday.
Yesterday, totally understand. So when you're looking to use this money for payroll, is there a certain amount you're looking to pay within weekly or daily?
Honestly, I don't like daily or weekly.
Okay. What is your credit score on?
680.
You told me you need this capital by yesterday, right?
Guys, pay attention to this. This is so important. In the middle of the pitch, he's qualifying me, sees that I can get approved for the better stuff, which usually people just stop everything to do with the MCA and go right to term, but he's qualifying my urgency. When do you need it by? I needed it by yesterday. Okay, go. I needed it yesterday.
So if I get this 25, 30...
Zip. You had it. You
Okay,
sold. Don't
so-
oversell yourself.
Okay.
Whoever speaks first loses. If I'm the merchant and I hear that, I'm going to feel good because he's not just trying to shove an MCA down my throat. He's actually looking to accomplish, the better thing. So, guys, listen, this was good. Yeah.
So
Go ahead.
as soon as I finish that part, don't say, so how much are you looking for? When are you looking to get this 20, 30K? Just zip it and wait till you respond.
When they say I needed it by yesterday, okay, great. I want to price something out for you. It's no sweat off your back. Literally, I'll have an answer. I'm going to be with underwriting. It'll take me like an hour and a half. What's your email? Send me an updated month to date. Okay, I got it. Give me an hour. I'll call you right back with an approval. And either way, no pressure. If it's too much on your cash flow, we won't take it. But if it can help you, cover payroll, boom, we'll take it. Guys, this was fun. Thank you guys.